Welcome back to the Academy of Guitar video series, Cool Chords. Stanley Williams here, your host and your teacher. We are going to continue with our embellishment series today, and we are going to do the final chord in the Cool Chord series. This is the D chord shape, and then we're going to see a little bit later on how we can add that together with the other embellishments, the E shape, the A shape, and the C shape. Okay, so let's start with our basic review. String 1, skinny string, string 6, fat string. 4 fingers, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then our D shape, string 3, fret 2, finger 1. String 1, fret 2, finger 2, string 2, fret 3, finger 3. Strum 4 strings or 5 strings. Try not to hit string 6. It will not sound good. To add our embellishments to this chord, pretty easy. We only have 2 motions. We're going to drop our pinky down directly underneath the 3rd finger, and we are going to push that note down to create this chord. Then we're going to lift that to the regular chord. Then we're going to lift up our middle finger so that we have the open string underneath it. And we can do that in any location that we can put the D shape. On the D chord embellishments, we start off making the D shape. Finger number 1, string number 3, fret number 2. Finger number 2, string number 1, fret number 2. Finger number 3, string number 2, fret number 3. Strum 4 chords, 4 strings or 5 strings on this chord, and that will work just fine. 4 or 5. Our first embellishment is by adding our pinky on string number 1, fret number 3. It's right below the 3rd finger. And again, we strum 4 or 5 strings. And we lift the pinky to go back to the chord. And then we just lift up our middle finger so that we have the the 1st string open. The 1st string is going to be open without any fingers on it. So the only fingers that are down now are 1 and 3. Pinky down, middle finger up. Let me run this D chord a little bit, and I'm going to add these embellishments to show you how they sound. Once again, please do not worry about all the strumming patterns that are going on right now. We're going to come back and talk about those into another video, and we'll get that all cleared up for you. D chord with embellishments. Try combining that D chord with some embellishments with the A shape and some of its embellishments. Now let's go back and combine them with the C shapes and the E shapes as well as the A shapes. So here's where we're going to put everything we've been talking about in the previous 7 videos all together. We're going to work with just the basic shapes themselves on the frets that we have designated. And we are going to add embellishments to those shapes on those same frets. We're going to create different kinds of combinations of just straight chords, embellished chords, and move from one chord to different shapes and see what kind of creations that we can come up with. So let's start off with the D shape, and away we'll go from there. There you go. We have 4 shapes, a variety of frets that we can play those shapes on, a variety of ways that we can create embellishments and extra color tones to those shapes. With those, you can sit and play for hours and virtually never play the same thing. So I hope you have enjoyed this video series of Cool Chords. In our next series forthcoming, we are going to be moving to a little more of a rock genre, and we're going to discuss something that I like to call the rock box. And I'm going to show you how to get into that. That will be coming up on video number 9 very soon. With that, I would like to thank you very much for visiting the Academy of Guitar video series Cool Chords. Stanley Williams here, your host and your instructor. And with that, I will say thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.